Hello, friends, and welcome back to another fun-filled season of everyone's favorite game mode, Alliance War. Taking on TPL today in War 1 of Season 12. 12 seasons of this nonsense I've put up with. Going in with Void and Namor and Venom today, and I'm going to warn you ahead of time, this is probably one of my worst wars of all time. Just really abysmal gameplay, so we start off good, though. This is a SpiderGwen on Long Distance Relationship and Special Luck 1. The buffet link was taken down. So this was pretty much the only reason why I brought Venom. So SpiderGwen has one of the most annoying evades in the game, specifically because you can't use True Strike against her because she will auto-nullify it. So Venom is the best choice here. You can also use Proxima Midnight because she has True Accuracy and not True Strike. Or you could use Slow, or you could use Cold Snap. But Venom, set it and forget it, and you can end this fight easily with a yellow bar. No problem. Alright, so this next fight is an R3 hidden node. I was waiting for, the guy on Path 7 usually takes this fight with Wasp. He had went to bed early, so it fell to me. Put on Scouter Lens. I was expecting Agent Venom, so I went in with Void, did a bunch of duels practicing it against AV, and nope, it's an Annihilus. So immediately I know that I'm losing this fight because I've complained about Annihilus before. I think that he is the most OP, broken-ass defender in this game. I think he has maybe 3 counters out of 150 champions, and these nodes that you can pair him with are just insanity. So I'm trying to get the heavy attacks off to remove the indestructible charges, but he's going unstoppable pretty much permanently because every time he hits me, he gets the obliterate debuff, and then if I try and dex, he goes unstoppable. So I just quit out. I knew that I wasn't going to win that fight. It wasn't worth wasting my time. I was super angry about it, so I had to leave, let off some steam. But now I have to waste a crap ton of resources to heal up Void because we have an Ironman here, and I need to heal up to full because I know that I'm going to be taking a lot of block damage as part of this fight. So, and I needed Void for later fights on my path as well. So, yeah, that Annihilus it's just so annoying. And it wouldn't have been so bad if I had brought my Sim Supreme, but it's a hidden node. So I have, no way of knowing, obviously. I don't know what to say. I hate Annihilus. I think he is completely broken. But, he won't get his defensive capabilities nerfed because he makes Kabam a lot of money in deaths and potions and revives. So, all right, back at it. This is an Ironman on a node that I take pretty much every war. So I was pretty much still playing at this point. This was late last night, maybe an hour or so after I got my butt whooped by Annihilus. I was still very, very angry. There were many swear words said out loud and in my battle group chat. So I probably should have waited and calmed down a little bit more because I definitely did not play this fight very well. You'll see I get tagged. I think I get tagged with a combo, and then I somehow miss a special one, so I take that, and then I get the shock debuff on me. I think I also get tagged with the heavy at some point here. Yeah, so I walk right into that S1, even though I knew it was coming. I don't know, I just didn't dex in time. So willpower is healing me up for about, 3/4 or so, 2/3 of the shock damage, so it's not terrible. But and I know that as long as I survive this, the degen will take care of Iron Man in the end. And you saw before this fight, I did boost up with a couple small boosts. This is only an R4, but I've had some sketchy fights in the past on this node where I came a little too close for comfort to timing out. So I wanted to make sure I didn't have that. So you saw I took a heavy there. I heal up a little bit from the armor break, so it's not awful. And we're about to get Fear of the Void up. There it goes. So now I've got the nice little damage increase. Minute and change left for 50% health. Not worried at all. Once Fear of the Void kicks in, the degen starts doing extra work. You notice I still have Resonate put on. I think I put that on for my run through Variant 3, but I took off Scouter Lens and put Resonate back on. Resonate is such a good mastery to have with Void, and it's linked with Inequity in the mastery tree. Inequity also a pretty good mastery for Void, since he places a ton of debuffs. So, all right, so we took a ton of damage in that fight, so we're going to have to heal up again for this fight, which is a Green Goblin. Thankfully, this is a much easier fight than that Annihilus, and a fight that I'm pretty comfortable with. I probably could have taken this with Namor. Maybe, sort of, kind of, class disadvantage. I don't know. At this point, I wanted kind of a fight that I could use to kind of clear my palate. Maybe build up my confidence in this war a little bit more. So this Green Goblin, I got a Petrify up right away, which is great because his regen's kicking in. The Vigor node is kicking in. He did not want to throw his S1, and I knew at this point that if I just said screw it and pushed him to his S2, I was going to get tagged by it because that's just the kind of night that I was having. So tried to take extra care to bait out the S1s here. I don't want to screw around with the S2 and take another Jetfire Plume to the face and have to heal up, a bunch again. So I think I've burned through at this point 7 or 8 items. Let's see, I revived Void and then I healed him up again. So yeah, we're looking at like just about half, maybe a little bit over half my items at this point used up, and I still have more fights after this that I need to get to. So got Fear of the Void up. He is heal blocked. I can't reverse his healing because of the node, that Indomitable node with the passive heal block that activates when you dip his healing below 100 or 0%. So that was a nice little confidence booster for sure. We got another confidence booster next. This is a Korg, only a 455 on the Recovery Buffet Indomitable node. I did have one of these mutant special boosts in my my overflow, so I thought might as well use it or lose it. My boosts from the previous fights are still active, so strategy here is pretty much, it's difficult to avoid triggering Buffet in a fight against Korg, especially when he has that unblockable special 1 that you have to dex. So really, it's managing yourself, managing your power until you can get to, the S3, trigger the double Furies, and then just destroy him with an S2. There's been a lot of talk recently with the Call Obsidian nerf that's coming. Is Namor next to get nerfed? And the optimist in me says no. I think that, compared to Call Obsidian, Namor's damage ceiling takes a lot more preparation and work to get up to in a fight. So the ceiling would be, 2 Furies and then a special 2 following that. And you can really only typically do it once per fight, and you need to prep every fight for it. And you get, a burst of damage for what amounts to 1, maybe 2 special attacks, and then, that's it, because the Imperious Rex will have fallen off. Compare that to Cull, whose damage ceiling, once you ramp him up over a couple fights, is pretty much up permanently. You get those 10 favor buffs and dash back and hold block, and his damage is just incredibly OP. So I'm not too worried about Namor, but on the other hand, this is Kabam, and they'll probably nerf his Sig ability too, which would be supremely disappointing. All right, this is the next morning. So this morning, you can see my items remaining very low, 3 left out of 15. I had a ton of trouble during the off season with Dominoes when the dodge tactic was involved. I actually opened up a thread on the official forums to detail very specifically how this is a broken mechanic, especially in regards to how it interacts with Domino. it got me, I think, 2 or 3 times over the course of the off season, and you'll see it's gonna get me again here. So what I'm talking about is that when Domino triggers an evade, she has the ability to evade and counterattack before your animation that triggered the evade is complete. So this results in a completely unavoidable counterattack. There's no way to get around it. It's easy to say don't attack while she's lucky, but when the dodge tactics is involved, any hit can trigger an evade. So you have to attack. You can't just sit there and let the degen get you. So you can see she got me with the evade there, countered with the 5-hit combo, immediately hit her S3, and I just used those boosts and healed up Void again for absolutely MFing nothing. So extra angry at this point, talking about my options with the other guys on my section up there. Decided to just make an attempt with Namor. If I can get the Furies up and land an S2, I can probably take her out. Again, I'm still playing mad at this point. I think she might get me with that evade in this fight as well. So I missed the intercept, so she tags me there. I'm unlucky, so I have to block that S1. I'm trying to do the shallow intercepts rather than parry because the parrying against Domino was just not working for me. So trying to avoid attacking while unlucky or while she's lucky, and now it's pretty much over at this point. The critical failure damage is going to do me in if she doesn't tag me. She's getting power gain from the evades. I have to take risks here because the fight is pretty much over. Trying to bait out the S2, and it's just a fight against the time, a fight against the clock. When is critical failure going to do me in? So dodge one more S1. She's healed back up to full, and here it comes. Yep. So I have to block that because of unlucky, and yeah. So there was one more fight. I did take out a Mr. Sinister on Boss Island with Venom one shot, but I forgot to record it because I was still so mad. So really, no thanks to me in any way. We somehow pulled out this victory. I don't know how. We must have won by just a couple attack bonuses because we actually had a guy forget to place completely and still somehow pulled out this victory. So a very costly war, as you can see. 9 pots, L4 pots, 2 L3s, and that revive. 3 deaths, so already starting out the season on a terribly low note for me. But I'm glad that we got the victory. This was a Tier 2 war for us, so a lot of extra points. Hopefully we can get to a point this season where our place in maybe Platinum 2 is secured and we can kind of take a break. But if not, I think we'll probably still settle back in Platinum 3. So all right, well, here's to the start of another season, and thanks for sticking with me. Yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.